There is no other heaven and hell outside of the human mind. Hatred is hell, goodness is heaven. We all make out versions of each. We create our own heaven or hell on our time on earth. We are the creators and destroyers of our own minds and of our own earth.
Hey everyone, it's Cerise and welcome back to my channel. This is my NYX Face Awards entry for 2018. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want to watch how it was done, then keep on watching. So it is heaven and hell on earth. So I decided to enter this competition because it's brought to New Zealand, it's its second year in, and I'm so excited and I want to do it so bad. And last night I was up brainstorming and I came up with this idea here, which is a heaven and hell on earth, because, you know, the world is kind of going to crap in, you know, with pollution, with wars, with bombings, but yet there's still some kind of like paradise where it's like our perfect world. So it's like the heaven and then like the hell. So I thought I'm going to give this a try today and see how it goes. And I just wanted to showcase my artistic side, because makeup is a form of art. You can use makeup for many things, to make yourself look like something completely different, to enhance your features, just to feel better about yourself, to be more confident. So I just wanted to express myself and my views on the world. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off with the world, I think, as my shoulders, and my neck will be the tree going up into heaven and hell. So at the moment I'm just kind of mapping out my lines. So I'm just using liquid lipstick to see where my lines are on camera, to see how far up my body I need to go. And then I'm going to set everything with eyeshadow so it's stuck on. So there, I know that I have loosely placed the earth on myself just with the liquid lipstick, just to kind of give it a base, and then I'm going to use the eyeshadow to create shadows and to create dimension into the land and everything. Okay, so now that we've got our world semi-created, we are going to start the tree coming down into the chest area. So I'm going to start, so I've got a blackened tree because that is the hell side. And then I've got a brown, beautiful, alive tree, and that is coming from the heaven side. So I'm going to get a brown liquid lipstick, and I'm just going to map out the start of my tree. My healthy tree. So I'm just going to come down and draw some roots going into the earth. So the tree signifies life, and it also signifies death, because trees are one of the most longest living things in this world. They outlive people, they die, they're easy to be like killed sort of thing. So I think using a tree represents life, really. Now what I want to do with the blackened tree is I want to have it broken. It's not really got life on it, it's just like a broken tree. So I'll have like sharp jagged edges and just kind of come out like this. So I'm just kind of doing a blunt, just blocking out the color, and then I'm going to get a liquid eyeliner and really precision everything up. So I'm just getting the main color down with everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding in all of my layers. So I'm going to be adding in all the shadows and creating the dark and smoky lines here, and then I'm going to be creating the nice kind of Garden of Eden on this side. So I'm going to start with drawing in my buildings here, and then I'm going to draw in my little house here as well, just so I've got a kind of like base to work with. But I think what I will do instead, actually, instead of doing that, is I'm going to lay out the foundation so I can work with that. Okay, so now I've got the shadows down. So now I'm going to add the details into the fire hell side.
So what started to happen is I haven't realized that I'm slowly edging myself off camera. So what I am doing in these shots is I am adding the texture to the trees, as you can see here. I'm just adding the jaggedy, broken lines and just drawing in my small details. I'm just drawing in my wee plane here, and then I'll start to draw in the buildings down below. Now I am drawing in my buildings with a liquid eyeliner. I'm just drawing a skyscraper and two buildings. I'm also going to fill that in with liquid lipstick, and now I am filling in the smoke with another liquid lipstick that I do go on top of with a white eyeshadow. I just was not aware that I was not on camera at this present time, so that's why I'm so low down. But I'm putting white eyeshadow on a brush and dotting it into the smoke to add that effect there. And then now with a liquid eyeliner, I'm also drawing on some crosses for my graveyard.
So that is the hell side there. Now I will fill in the detail on the heaven side.
Here I am adding more texture to my tree. I'm adding a matte brown just to add the dimensions to it and give it a bit of color. I want to add some shading to make it look more texturized and to make it look as if it is alive. Again, with the metallic still poking through in certain places so I can get that look across. And then also what I'm doing here is using a white eyeliner to map out my flowers for my flower garden. and putting a dot of yellow in the middle of each of those flowers. Now I've started adding some white eyeshadow to my clouds to really make them pop, and also adding some more blue eyeshadow in to make the dimension that is in the background. I wanted to make it look more sky-like with having light blues and darker blues, and then also I do the same with the green down below.
Alrighty, so now that our detail is on there, so we've got the perfect life sort of thing, happiness, people are happy, little houses, gardens, and then death and destruction and like bombings and like crashes and crazy things like that. So now what we've got to do is just put some texture on these trees and make them look more realistic. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to get a darker brown to what I was using before, and I'm just going to create just some kind of lines just to add the texture of the tree. So just by adding those simple lines, it's literally given the tree so much more of like a 3D effect, just like a textural effect just by adding lighter, kind of highlighting it. Kind of like how you highlight your face, highlighting the tree. And then I'll get yet another colour, just like a contrasting orange, just to add some more textural effects. But I'm just going to do that with a brush so I can kind of blend them down, just to add that extra effect in there. And then what I'm going to add to the darker tree is I'm going to add some dark kind of red, so it makes it look like it's on fire. So there we have it. This is my NYX Face Awards entry. It is heaven and hell on earth, and yeah, I just thought I would quickly talk about what the I'm like, I have a speech. Quickly talk about what each thing represents. Earth represents us as humans, the earth, our oxygen, the air we breathe, just pretty much the foundations of our lives comes from us being alive on earth, if that makes sense. The tree represents how we treat the earth, as well as how we treat others. People pick a good path and work out in their life how they want to be, how they want other people to perceive them, how they want to treat other people. Whereas if you go this path, you kind of pick a life of crime, you aren't so much of a good person, you've made bad decisions, things like that. We've got death here with graves, we've got pollution with the buildings, we've got war with the planes, we've got our blood moon tree that is showing, you know, it's almost like the red in it is blood, it is murder, it is evil, it is crime, it is fire, it is fury, it is everything that hell technically is. And then with the heaven side, we have people living happily, we've got flowers, nature, animals living freely, the sky is clear, it's nice and blue, we've got homes that are, you know, not giving off lots of pollution, they're nice kind of happy homes, people are happy, the tree is full of life, it is uprooting, it's got more roots because it is more healthy, it is creating more oxygen for the planet, it's better for the planet, it's creating all things like that. So in the end, we all create our own heaven and hell on earth, all our own creation, we all mold ourselves into the people that we are, and I think that this piece of art I have created today on my face and body shows, you know, the struggles of life, or it can show people overcoming things, being happy and healthy. It can even be, you can interpret it in your own way. So this is my interpretation of heaven and hell on earth, and yeah, this is my NYX Awards entries. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe with the subscribe boxes, and yeah, NYX, if you guys are watching, hopefully you guys enjoyed this as well, and I look forward to being part of your competition.